Hey guys, welcome back to Dipswitch Demos. My name is Jackson and today we are going to be checking out the current version of my pedalboard. Kind of a bit of a habit I've been falling into is doing an update video every 6 months or so, and there's been a few changes on the board that I thought it was about time I did another video on it. That being said, most of the pedals are the same. There's a few changes here or there. But the biggest difference is I now have a looper switcher at the bottom of the board. This particular one is the One Control Agamide tail loop. It has 6 true bypass loops for 6 different pedals, for example, and it also has programmable presets. Small, powerful, and another really cool feature is that it has power outputs. So you can, say you've run out of outputs on your main power supply, you could actually power pedals off of this looper. Anyway, that's kind of the lowdown of it. I'm going to do a separate video on the looper and kind of all its capabilities in a few weeks' time. But this video is going to be mainly about the rest of the board and how the new setup is working for me. Like I said, most of it's very similar to last time. The Origin Effects Kali 76 is now mounted underneath. It's not gone anywhere, it's just underneath the board. Still love that pedal. I'll give you a quick rundown of the signal chain. We're taking a Ernie Ball cable into the Polytune 2. Out of the Polytune 2 we go into the One Control looper. Loop 1 of the One Control is the Origin Effects compressor, which is underneath, like I said. Loop 2 is the Thorpe Veteran in the top right hand corner. Loop 3 is the Hudson Broadcast. Loop 4 is currently the Iannis Effects MeSneaks X. Loop 4 is kind of the part of the board where I change things out depending on what I'm feeling like, depending on what I fancy, or say I've got a pedal into demo that I need to kind of get used to, then it will go in that spot on the board. But most of the time it's either the Iannis MeSneaks X or the Greer Lightspeed. The MeSneaks is kind of on there at the moment when I need a bit more gain. And then loop 5 is the Ryra clone, which I use as a solo boost. Loop 6 finally is the Boss BF2 flanger. That's in a loop, so I can kind of remove the buffer that's in that pedal out of the signal chain. Gives me a bit more control on the sound coming in and out of the board. And then out of the looper we go into the Empress Echo system, then the Chase Bliss Gravitas, then the Hall of Fame 2. That part of the board has not changed at all. Those 3 pedals work really well for me. Out of the Hall of Fame 2 we are going into the Victory V40 as usual. Another thing I should say is that I'm also running the amp completely dry. I'm bypassing the reverb and the effects loop completely. I feel like this gives the amp a little more character, or gives it a bit more sparkle anyway. Kind of sounds like it's freeing up the circuit a bit more. It's going through a little less digital circuitry, which the reverb is digital in this amp. Any reverb that I get is from the TC Electronic Hall of Fame 2. Same as last time, I'm powering everything with the TrueTone One Spot Pro CS12, I think it's called, and the cabling is either pedal patch cables or Ernie Ball pancake cables. So let's go through some tones real quick. I'm using this wonderful Fidelity guitars. Fidelity guitars, handmade in Cambridge in the UK. Really cool guitar. I've got a couple of these in at the moment to do some videos on. This model has Mojo pickup P90s, which absolutely scream. These pickups sound amazing. So let's run through some tones. My dry signal with nothing, no pedals engaged, just the amp. Bridge pickup on the Fidelity sounds like this. Really honky, I really love this bridge pickup. And then the neck pickup is this. So a lot warmer, really wide range of tones in this guitar. But enough of the guitar, let's get into some tones on the board. So tuner, Then loop 1 is the Cali 76, which is underneath. Sounds like this. I'm going to throw on the reverb that I use from the Hall of Fame. This is a kind of a spring reverb tone print. So that is the Origin Effects Cali 76. I kind of use that to make my clean signal stand out more in a band mix, but also the main reason why I use it is to boost other drive pedals. It kind of sends drive pedals into another kind of range of gain and compression. It sounds really cool stacked with drive pedals. Next we have the Thorpey Veteran Fuzz, which sounds like this. And then with the boost side engaged. And then also turning off the fuzz side, that boost is a great kind of boosty overdrive sound with loads of mids. It helps cut through really great. Cool, and then next is the Hudson Broadcast. Most of the time I have it set up like almost like a transparent overdrive thing. Anyway, it sounds like this. And then if I want a bit more kind of crazy fuzz style, I'll hit this high gain button and it turns into this. One of my favourite pedal combinations on this board is stacking the Thorpey into the Broadcast. The Broadcast has such a great transformer in it, and it's got really high headroom that it pretty much takes any pedal just amazingly. It makes it sound better. So the Thorpey Fuzz on its own, and then with the Broadcast. That's just one of my favourite combinations on this board. Next we have the Mi Sneaks X. Like I said before, this is the spot on the board where I swap and change things. Currently it's the Mi Sneaks X, which sounds like this. If I want a bit more gain, even more gain, I will hit the high gain side, which sounds like this. Next in the chain is the Ryra clone, which sounds like this. Kind of use it as my solo boost. I like how that particular clone really pushes the mids and adds a little hair, but really manages to stay warm. Sometimes they can get a bit piercing. That's not piercing at all. In fact, sometimes I will turn the treble up, but I really love the warm tone of that. Throwing a bit of gain with that so I can show you how it sounds when I'm doing a solo or something, for example. So rhythm tone. Then with the clon. So that's the Mi Sneaks X and the clone. Next we have the flanger, which is just a really fun pedal. I really enjoy the flanger. Really like the flange actually, because you can kind of get chorusy dimension sounds out of it, and then full-blown crazy flanger. I can have it set halfway between both, but I was never a fan of flange before, but really enjoying that pedal. It sounds great. What I don't like about a lot of flanges is that they cut off a load of low end. That doesn't seem to do it as much, and it sounds great. So after the looper, we are going into the Empress Echo system. I'll just show you a couple of my main presets. My main preset sounds like this. Really simple tape delay with quite a lot of modulation on that. If I want a slap back, I'll just tap it in. So that's kind of my main delay sound. My other main delay sound is a bit something more rhythmical. I believe this is a Binson Echo Rec style thing, so it's kind of got multi-heads going on. Sounds like this. Those are probably my two main delay sounds going on. Then after that we are going into the gravitas, which is really just a simple tremolo most of the time. Really simple, to be honest. Sometimes I'll turn it over to the harmonic side, that preset that I've got made up. And then finally we have the reverb, which has kind of been on most of the video, but mostly it sounds like this. If I want something a little crazier, I will probably switch to the mod setting, which is kind of famous for being great. And that's really the board. Again, I ran through it pretty quickly because a lot of it is the same, but I just wanted to show off the looper really. Most of the time I'm using it in loop mode, so I'm not using preset banks, but when I do have like a specific song or a set list, I will set up different banks and presets just so I can go literally bang, here's my verse tone, here's my chorus tone, here's my solo tone, and it, you know, just so it's set up almost like a set list in the looper itself. But currently, not at the moment, it's not set up like that. That's the board. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you enjoyed what you see, and yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.